Hello, Sheldon Gould here with S&N Custom Lawn Care in Gladstone, Manitoba. Just doing a quick video tonight, or maybe a few videos tonight, we'll see. I just wanted to give everybody an update on what we've been doing and let you know about the aerator that wasn't running. But I did a little bit of moving stuff around the yard today. If you look, snow's just about gone, even the water's disappearing. But then we got mud, and lots of it. So what I did today is, well, our water tote for filling our well was sitting over there by the hydro pole, so I brought that up over here and got it ready. And then brought the wife's bird bath up there, the green thing. Moved the trailer. The trailer's got a load of garbage on it ready to go to the dump, but it was sitting right here where this mud is, kind of blocking our driveway up to the house. So I wanted to back it up and get it out of the road, and then next time we go to the dump, I'm gonna take the trailer and we'll go dump it. But yeah, it's just right full of household garbage. Another load that we picked up. Snow's melting like crazy. The other thing we did today is we got the skid steer going there, and we moved the Boss Power V plow for the truck, moved it behind the shop there, and also picked up the big snow blower for the John Deere that was sitting over beside that shop, put it over there behind the shop. Got everything moved to the other shop, that little red one. All my winter stuff, the smaller stuff is in there, but we'll go over that way. We'll jump in the truck and drive over there, because I'll give you a little tour behind, show you where we move things and how we got things organized, and I'll also tell you about that aerator once I get over there. And then I'll also show you a couple other things that we got to get running yet that I might be able to do videos on tonight. We'll see how things go. So we'll jump in the truck here. Yeah, let's see if this will work. I got a new holder for my phone for the vehicle. My wife bought it for me thinking I could use it in a skid steer, but I haven't figured out how to rig it up in a skid steer because it's built for in the vent in the dash. Well, there's no vents in my skid steer that I can stick it up so it faces out a window. So I don't know, haven't really looked into it too much, but yeah, we'll head over to the shop now. Just gonna back up now that the trailer's out of the road. I can back up without having to go around it and make more ruts on the side of the grass. I'm trying to avoid making ruts on the grass. And don't want to back into the trailer, and now we gotta remember it's behind us. Now we're going to go over to the shop here. Park the truck over and then get out, and I'll show you kind of what we did today. Some of the things we moved around. As you can see, I got the skid steer moved. It's parked kind of in its summer position now. Doesn't have to be backed up to the shop. We had it backed up to the shop so we were close for running the plug-ins and stuff for the block heater and battery charger and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll take a quick look. I think I got everything I need in here, so yeah, we'll just jump out of the truck here. Snow's melting off my equipment. There's the old 54-inch Moordeck for the X530 John Deere. That's the old one. We got a new one, so it's basically just spare parts. I want to take all those parts off. My pull-behind Husqvarna aerator, the Burco 48-inch rotary brush, and then the 38-inch rear tiller for the John Deere X530, which we'll be putting on probably, I would say, in the next 3 or 4 days. Hopefully do a video on that. It's starting to dry up over here. I'll be able to get the get the John Deere and the other tractor over here, but as you can see, I'm still leaving ruts. Even got mud up here by the shop door, but that's nothing major. Kind of sorted my ladders out. I got my 2 smaller ladders there, and then I got my 3 bigger ladders over there. But yeah, we'll take a run around here. Yeah, I was using a skid steer to move the plow and the other snow blower for the John Deere X530, the John Deere 48-inch snow blower. And it's muddy back here. You'll be able to see where I got stuck. Other thing I did today is I gave this a good going over and greased everything. It hasn't been greased since November, which is not a good thing. But then it wasn't used that much this year, so just in our own yard. But yeah, took the bucket off, greased everything down in there. There's the grapple for it. There's the dirt bucket. Just have it off for now before it gets too dark out here, because it is going on to 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. and it's sitting about +1 degrees Celsius out, so it's not bad out. Was really windy this afternoon, but the wind has actually died down now. But in here is where I moved all my winter snow removal stuff, the smaller stuff. Up here I got my spare mount, kind of hard to see in the dark. Spare mount for the blade for the X530 John Deere. It's also the spare mount for the John Deere blower as well. Got my spare tire and my summer tires back here for my truck. I'm going to have to switch my tires over because I run steel studded tires. And you're only allowed to run those till the end of April in Manitoba, so I got to get those switched over. Right there we have my Small Yard Works electric snowblower that I use for like small decks where I can't get this one that it's fairly heavy, so we use this. I also use this on roofs. We do a fair amount of snow removal on roofs. And this thing's so light you can lift it with one hand, so I just drag it up on the roof, and then I have about 100-foot extension cord, and we blow the snow off. I got a couple of roof rakes, the yellow handle here, really long one. Another roof rake under that, the silver rod there. The video that I did the other night on the Roper 526, I got it moved over here. What else have we got in here? I got my ice chippers, couple of ice chippers there. Snow scrapers, snow shovels. Really hard to see in here. I got you can't really see it, but down in there, my sidewalk salt ice shaker. The only thing I haven't put in here yet out of my snow fleet would be, I think I got 3 or 4 bags left of sidewalk salt, so I want to put them in here. But yeah, I thought I might as well get the off-season stuff out of the main shop so I got more room. So I moved it into this old chicken coop, which does the job for now until we can build another shop. And then we got our fuel cans over here. But yeah, that's about all for in there that I can put in there, because everything else is too big. That the Roper snowblower there, 36-inch, barely fit through that door. Well, there's my ruts with water in them. This is where I got the skid steer stuck. I was able to dig myself out though. As you can see, there's little notches. You just stick the bucket down and push yourself back. And I did that 4 or 5 times. As you can see, an inch my way back. And then this actually wasn't that bad when I was out here before. There wasn't that much water. That's just melted in about the last 3 hours. But I went all the way around there. The best dry patch I could find out here. But what I did, we'll wander over here. Got to get my harrows out too. My diamond tooth harrows are back here. They're sitting right there. I'll have to get them up, probably use them on our driveway. Starting to get ready. I didn't realize there was still this much snow back here when I brought this stuff. But I figured I'll put it on top of the snowbank and it can melt and it'll sit right where I want it to. So we put the Boss 8.2 Power V truck plow back here. And then I also moved the blower, the John Deere blower that has the broken chute on it, which I'm still waiting on parts. I went to John Deere, Enns Brothers in Portage. I had parts ordered, but I ordered them like back last November. I didn't get around to going in and seeing about them till about 2 days ago. Went in, found out that they had to send my parts back because they figured I wasn't coming to pick them up. So I had to reorder them. I've got the chute for this, the whole kit for the chute and everything. I didn't reorder the hood for the tractor yet, but I did order the cover for the air filter, because I want to make sure that gets covered so it's not sucking in dust when it shouldn't be. And then we never did use this at all this winter, but that's the 48-inch snowplow for the John Deere X530 tractor. But we might be using that, do some grading here. Works good if you're not pushing a whole lot, or if it's not really hard ground. Use it about this time of year for filling in a lot of ruts, actually. And you can angle that from one side to the other, or a straight blade. And again, as you can see, more ruts, trying to get stuff back here. But this will all dry up, and then I'll be able to come back with the skid steer and smooth everything out. Another thing I could show you, over the winter, or just before the snow got really deep, I don't know, I'm trying to think of when I did this, about the middle of January. There used to be an old barn back here that was starting to fall down, and then there was cattle out here and they started rubbing against it, and they actually pushed one wall over. So I decided, well, I'm going to push the whole thing out of here before it falls on somebody. What I was originally doing is over there in that fence, that white pipe, that's actually a sewer pump out. So I was busy working on it because we were having troubles with it in the middle of winter, and I got looking at this old barn that used to sit right in these trees. I noticed it was falling over, so I took the skid steer and I knocked it down, and I pushed it all up there. So that'd make a great bonfire, but too many trees around. I don't want to light the forest on fire, but we're hoping that we can use some of this wood for smaller bonfires throughout the summer. I'll finish cleaning it up once it dries. Like when I pushed this down, this was all snow, so I didn't really see what all was under the snow. So that'll have to be cleaned up and hauled away later this summer. Let's see here, we'll wander around. Yeah, we got everything back there. The plows, 2 plows and a snowblower, and the harrows on the other side of the plow you can't really see. Can I get through here without getting too wet is the question. Well, what is that? Oh. Now there is part of my window for the skid steer that broke back in the winter. Actually the same night that I was knocking that barn down. When a chunk of 2x4 came up and cut the windowsill and smashed the window out. So take that so we can throw it away. But yeah, this was all underwater yesterday. I think I showed it in a couple of my other videos. But yeah, it's slowly going away. Like I said, there's the tiller. We'll get that on sometime this week, I'm hoping. Let's see, where will I put this? I'll put it in the junk pile. That's all got to be cleaned up. That was all junk that was here before we moved. So I'm gradually starting to clean things up. The other thing I did is I had a light bulb burnt out up there yesterday. So I went and changed it. And then I get up this morning and the other light bulb's burnt out. Well, I don't have any spares, so I guess I'll have to wait till I go to town to pick another one up. But I like to light my yard up so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll go in here. Unlock the shop, open the door. As you can see, right here was where that aerator was sitting last, and we got it out. What I ended up doing is I actually took it across the road about a half a mile away to a buddy of mine that works on small engines. And he took a look at it, and what he did is on the front drive wheels on the front, the very front wheel, the single wheel on the front, we ended up that the cog that connects to the shaft that drives that wheel, the key that connects the cog to the shaft, was missing along with 2 set screws. So he managed to have some of those parts laying around. So he got that fixed. Then he took the carb off. I had it apart myself here, and it kind of all fell apart in my hand, and we lost a pin for the float. So when I put it back together, I actually got it to run, but then the float wouldn't shut off and push the needle up and shut the fuel off. So then it was flooding itself and spraying fuel everywhere. So I shut it off because I didn't want to start a fire or something. So I decided I'd talk to my buddy, and he said, sure, bring it down. So I brought it down to him. He took the carb all off and all apart, cleaned it all up, soaked it in carb clean, and now he's got on order all the gaskets and a new pin for the float. So he said he figured it'd be about 5 days until the parts come in. He figured if he had the parts there, he would have had the thing fixed in about 20 minutes, but we got to wait for parts to come in. So that's the story on that. He has got the carb fixed, and it will run if I need it between now and when he gets it done, which he's talking hopefully next Monday by the time the parts come in. But if I do need it, he can throw it together with the old carb and seals the way it is. And now that we could rig up some sort of a pin now that we know what we're doing. And it will run, but I want to make sure it's fixed properly, so we ordered a whole new kit for the carb, all new gaskets, the float bowl O-ring, the pin for the float, and then it should be good to go. Like I said, the wheel's fixed on it. There was nothing wrong with it when I put it in there last year. Like, it was running. I did manage to get it running after I fiddled around with the carb, but when I put the carb back together, it didn't go together right because that pin was missing. It wouldn't shut the fuel off, so that was kind of the only problem there. It really just needed the pin on the float, but when you take a carb off, it kind of wrecks your gaskets and seals and stuff, so that's why we're putting new seals in. But so that's the story right now on the Husqvarna aerator with the 900 series Briggs & Stratton engine on it. So yeah, hopefully have that back by about Monday. So I'll give you an update when I get it back and show you how it runs. Shop is definitely coming along, a lot cleaner. Hung some more stuff up. Got my couple of rakes. There's a hedge trimmer, grass trimmer thing there. My twister tiller. Cleared this whole space out. This is where the snowblower was stored, and then behind it was actually the Husqvarna aerator. And then I kind of push things back here. Once it warms up to the point we don't need heat out here at all, I'm going to move the Mr. Heater, diesel heater there over to that other shop. Likely move my heavy-duty jack stands over there. Hung up some more shovels, a couple of more rock rakes and grain shovels, a spade. My plan for tonight is, if everything goes well, is to last 3 things to get going, which will be my Aaron's Pushmore here, and then my Craftsman Pushmore there. So I'm going to work on that tonight, and then all that's left will be my tiller, my Poulon Pro walk behind tiller. And that's basically got the same motors what that Husqvarna aerator has. The only thing is, this is I'm just gonna look here. This is the 800 series Briggs & Stratton, and the one on the Husqvarna is the 900 series. So a little more power on the Husqvarna. But considering they're the same engine, I've never had a problem with this tiller starting. Usually starts on the first or second pull every year, and I've had this thing about 12 years. And that Husqvarna aerator, I've had it for about 4 years, and already giving me troubles. But it could be a different carb, I'm not sure, with being slightly bigger engine. So, but oh, here's the tines back here. Better look at them for the steel combi unit for the dethatcher. There's 2 of them. So, oh yeah, those are the bags of sidewalk salt back there. I gotta move yet. Once I get to them, after I pull this tiller out, I'll have more room. But yeah, so my main goal for tonight is get the 2 push lawnmowers going and my middle-sized walk-behind tiller. And I kind of got all my still stuff cleaned up here. I had my big still hanging on the wall, but with it hanging up and down like that, my fuel tank was leaking, so I ended up putting it down there. I found the tube for my Ryobi leaf blower, so I got it put on. Kind of cleaned up the corner, the garbage was there. So everything's pretty much ready to go now. Out of everything I got, I think I counted one day and I have like 25 things with motors on them that I go through every year, every spring and every fall before I get things going. Out of all 25 things, the only thing that I have left to go through is the 2 push mowers and a tiller. I even gave the truck a going over here about a week ago. Checked the air filter, oil, added oil, checked the tires. Like I said, I'm actually getting these tires changed here from the same guy that actually has my Husqvarna aerator right now. He's going to swap my tires over. He's a tire guy. So, but yeah, we'll get this all switched up, and I'd like to give it a wash, but that's not going to happen right at the moment. It's so muddy out here, there's no point. So, but yeah, so that's about all I have for this video. If I get working on these lawnmowers and that other tiller, I'll try and get a video up of each one of those. So it's Sheldon Gould with S&N Custom Lawn Care in Gladstone, Manitoba. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any comments, put comments in the comment section below. Make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, S&N Custom Lawn Care on YouTube. Also subscribe to our group page on Facebook, S&N Custom Lawn Care, and also subscribe to our page on Facebook, S&N Custom Lawn Care. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see what I can do tonight if I can get a couple other videos up. If I don't get any up tonight, I'll try and get some up in the next couple of days. So it's Sheldon Gould with S&N Custom Lawn Care. Thanks for watching.